This is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for the old guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video number 26. Let's talk about the for each loop again. I know we saw it several times. It is used to loop through a block of code for each of the elements in an array, right? So the reason why I'm doing this is because we're going to be doing a lot of this coming forth. So let's say we did the Ford, we did the Volvo, remember that one? We did BMW, and then you can use the for each. It's one of my favorite loops, to tell you the truth. Then you say dollar and you name the actual cars, the actual name as, because I want to get it shorter, so I'll say car, like that. Then of course you do this, and then it'll do whatever it right in the loop. So if you say, we just say dollar car, and then we'll do this, right? So when you run it, again, 1, 2, 3, remember that one? So let's talk now that you know this, because we're going to be seeing that. So now that, let's talk about the something called preg match. This command is fantastic. It's a good function. Let's take that out. You can use a regular expression to search for a pattern in a string or data from a form, or a preg match statement is like a sequence of characters that forms your search pattern. You have these. You're going to see what I'm talking about. You use a regular expression to do like a case-sensitive search by adding a I to the search. You're going to see that too. That's the qualifier, right? And then it returns whether a match was found in a string, and it will return a 1 because it's kind of like a boolean. If it finds a match, it returns a 1. And then you take that and you say, okay, I give you this, and I go, let me show you how this is done. You go str, right? Then we're gonna say visit convert wordpress.com, and then we're going to do a pattern. The pattern would be like pattern, you could call it anything you want, but I'm just going to do it. You know how you're going to do the pattern when you use these things, the // and then you're going to say convert WordPress, convert WordPress, right? And then you do the other, and that's what's telling. Now you're going to say I, because it'll be case sensitive, right? Then you go like this. So now you're gonna create your if else statement, your conditional, right? Operator. So you're gonna say if, then you're gonna say preg. This is the actual function that will do it for you. Then you're gonna put that in parentheses. What we're gonna do, we're going to take this and this, we're going to compare that to the, so what we do is in here we're going to put in pattern, because that's always comes first. You put the pattern first. You could have just, I'll show you in a minute. You can say pattern, then you can say $str, right? And then you're going to say, can I put a space here? I can look at it better. And then you're going to say is equal to 1, because remember it gives you a 1 or nothing, okay? So if you do this, and now you're going to say curly braces, because you want that block, that particular branch to take off, right? if it found something. If it didn't, then do the other branch. So we're going to say pattern does, does match. Now I'm going to do BR, excuse me, that will work. Okay, and then we're going to say, let's echo it too. We're going to echo it, right, because we want to see it. We're going to say preg underscore match, and then you could just say same stupid thing. Okay, let me see. Why don't we just take this, right? I'm going to put it right over here so we can see it. Over there is just comparing. Right here we're seeing it. Then we're going to say else if it doesn't find it. Then we'll do something like, let's take this, does not match. How about that? We can use this statement to check, form data too, but we'll get to that in a minute. So what happens is you do this, right? It checks these two guys. Let's save this and let's run it. Hopefully I don't get an error. There you go. Pattern does match and it gives you the number 1, right? So I know you're going to give you the number 1. So what happens is you compare it. So you say if 1 equal to 1, and that's basically what it is. And then you get this stuff, and of course you get to see what this is. So, which is 1. And if it doesn't, I don't know, let's see. That's okay. We're going to see some stuff. So now we're going to, so the preg match, right, statement is like a sequence of characters that form your search pattern. You're going to see that in a minute, right? But of course your I, that little I, where is it? It says that it's case sensitive, right? So it doesn't matter. And then you got, basically it. Let's just keep going. Like we can use this to check the form data, just like I mentioned a few minutes ago. It is used as the first security, because you're going to be doing a lot of this stuff when you're doing the form validation and the sanitation. You're going to do a lot of this stuff. You will use like the brackets to find a range of characters. I'm going to show you how this is done. Let's say let me show you an example. Should we keep this, guys? Forget it. Let's just get rid of it. Say first name, and we're going to say convert to WordPress. Let's say we'll do that, right? That's one of my websites. And then what you do is you're going to do the same thing, right? You're going to say if, we should have just kept that other thing, because I could have just cleaned it out a bit. Maybe I could do that. Let's see. Let's go back and do this. Control. There you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to say this is first name. First name. Take this out. Then we're going to put in here this guy. We're just cleaning it up so I don't have to waste my time. So it's not a waste. It's not a waste. I'm teaching you guys. Not a waste. I just don't want to waste my time with making this video longer than it is. So we're going to match this, right? And then we're going to put those, remember I was telling you about those little curly things? And we're going to put it right here. So first of all, this is going to be the first name, because the pattern comes first. The pattern will be the first argument, okay? The second argument will be the actual, what is it you're searching? If in this particular case, is the name. So then you put the pattern. Instead of doing pattern like normal like that, you do it like this. See? You put it in quotes, right? Then you put this, remember we showed you before, but this time we're going to put these things here. Say my quote. Then we're going to do parentheses because there's a reason for it. Then of course I'm going to put $, which means this is the end. This is the end of my pattern, right? And then of course the slash, which did I put the slash in? No, I did not. So okay, here goes the slash. Now within here we want to give it a pattern. So in this situation I just want A, let's say A through Z in small letters, right? I want A through Z in big letters. I also want to be able to add numbers. So you could 0 to 9, right? 0 to 9. And then of course you want to give it kind of like a length from 3 to 30. It will be like from 3 characters to 30 characters. So we would say 3 and 30 like that. And this is how it's done. Plus you got your $. The $sign tells you, all right, this is the end. This is the end of your pattern, and that will be your first name. Now, should we add this? Now we just want messages. We'll do this. We're gonna say, what should we do here? We'll do whatever we want, but since you're doing first names, first name matches your pattern. Let's see, is that good? And then of course you can say, just in case it fails, we could say your first name does not match your pattern. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Okay, so it's going to search for this. Hopefully I spelled everything right. There's something missing here that I can't. Where is it? What is missing from this thing here? Doesn't look right. Oh, wait a minute. How could it be? No. This doesn't look right. This is, hold on one second. We remember doing this. I remember, okay, this is it. I know. Take this out. Right? It's within the code. Then you can add this here. Not that. Where is it? Right here. So it would be something like, let me see, A, B, C. This is the start of it. Of course, you got to do this. That's telling you, hey, that's a pattern. Of course, these things that you want in the pattern, it has to be in that square bracket. And this is it. The curly bracket is what gives you, hey, I want the length between 3 and 30. And that's what it is. And don't forget the $, which means it's the end of this pattern. And of course, the end of the actual big pattern, the actual pattern. That's why you got to have this bracket, this little, what is it, forward slash and forward slash. And of course, everything is in the double quotes. Then you say comma, and then of course, this is what you're searching. Do we really need to do this? No, we don't. Let's see, take that out. Is that part of this? Yes, it is. So then I go like this. We got it. That should work. There you go. Your first name matches your pattern. Your first name matches your pattern. Now here's a way to validate your email address, but instead of using the preg, which I'm going to show you that later, but there's another way called the filter var. I prefer that the best. That will filter it will filter and validate your email. It's a qualifier to validate that stuff. So specifically made for the email. It's really good stuff. So the filter var, let me see, should I spell this for you? Maybe let me see, it's called, let's see, filter var, like that. That's what it's called. So if you do, let's do an email, let's say, email equals to no, I'm not gonna do that. You know why? More people. Why not? Oh man, PHP at, where is it? I'm gonna say gmail.com. Of course. Okay, that's the first one. Then we're gonna run the if statement because I'm gonna, right? And then we're gonna say, let's do this because that's part of that. We're gonna, of course, oh, this is a wrong thing. These seats are not great, man. Then we're gonna put here some messages. What? Don't know. And then else, let's do an else. Usually that's what happens, because if nothing works, I want you to go get out of here and go up there, if because you never know, it could be something bad happening. So you could go like this, and all right, it's kind of basically the actual formula. So in here we could say filter underscore var, and then of course you got your parentheses because it is a function, right? So then within here, in this situation, you know, the patterns are under what is it, will be your first argument, but in this one it's not, it's like the reverse. So in this one you're gonna say your $email, right, because that's what that is. Then you're gonna say a filter in big letters, man, validate email, like that. That's how it works. So sorry guys, bear with me. All right, so we got not validated. How about we make the first one not validated? We'll say email not validate, and then we'll do the second one as in email is is valid. How about that? It's valid. So emails are valid. So we're gonna say that this is. So we're gonna put this. This is what tells it that it's not. That it's not. And let's see. Maybe we should put some line breaks just in case. Line breaks. Let's see. Did we do everything right? I know for a fact that this goes in the first argument, and this is the keyword that goes into this second argument. That's the actual keyword for it. It's telling it that I want to validate the email, and this is the filter that's going to do it. So let's just run it. Yeah, email's validated. If I did this, let's see. I'll give you the other one. But so it's not validated. You get this, but it was validated and gave you a 1. This is what you use. Now here's a way to validate your email address, but instead of using that the filter validate email, this step here, we just want to you know, before we even do that, I wanted to see if we can show you this website that I brought up earlier. This one, see? And what I did was I put in the test string the actual email address. I don't know, this is, well, we can use that one, that's okay. Actual email address, right? And what it does is it tests it out for you. Sometimes you like, I don't remember how to get to do this and that. So what happens is you run this website, right, and they'll give it to you. See, look, it says that it matches. If there was a problem, you'll see the error right here. It's really good. So, you know, right here, remember, listen, I could go like this and take away that 3, and it still works, see? Because I wanted the smaller letters. Look, I could put even a big letter. And it still does it, see? It still does it. Because it says, oh yeah, look, I want this. I want the A to Z, I want the numbers, and I want the big capital A and Z. So this is a very good website. It's called reg101.com. Let me write this down. Put it over here. Yeah. Write that down. You're going to love it. This way you can experiment with the different patterns. And it helps out. It really, and you see what I mean in a second. So let's say we did that. Let me see. What was that first name then? That could have been a better situation. And you already know the pattern here, right? So which is I don't know. What you seen over here? This thing right here. See? This is the actual patterns right here. I wonder if I could copy this. Put it over here. Let me take this out. See, this is the actual pattern. You're telling I want lower numbers, upper, this, that. All right, don't forget the at. Then do the same thing on this side, plus that, and then remember com or net or edu, or smaller letters, and that's how you use that. So here's an example. I mean, I can do. Man, I should have never gotten rid of that. Let's see if we can get back that. Yeah, this one is good. We'll take this one instead. Now, instead of doing this, let's get rid of this crap that's inside here. All this. I hope you're not getting confused. See, you could do this and use the match. See, there's two ways. Oops, spelled that wrong. You can say preg underscore match, and then of course that's his own you know, it's a function, right? So you need that. Now within that, this is where you put your formats in there, the actual pattern. So what you do is you go right here and you say quotes, right? And then you say here, remember how we did it the last time? What did I call this? Somebody with email like this. We'll call it email. We'll put it right in here. No, we're not gonna. Yes, we are. No. You're not gonna do that. No. You're wrong. You're gonna do it here. And then you're gonna put the pattern. Let's put the pattern in there. Remember the beginning of the pattern? Remember, you want the square bracket that's telling you the A to Z. I want 0 to 9. I want caps of A through Z. And what else do I want? And then, of course, that. Then you have your plus sign. Then you have your backslash, because you're going to, what is the escape that, right? So you're going to say the @ sign, and then you're gonna do it again, right? You're gonna use the square brackets. You're gonna say A to Z, and then you're gonna put A and Z in caps. Then when you're done with that, you're gonna say plus, and then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna say slash dot. This would be for the last part of it, which is also A and Z. And how you close it? We do the plus sign, and then we say, that's it. The other the dollar sign would have worked too. So you go like this, and that should work, hopefully, right? You got your comma. Should I put a space here? You can leave it like that. got a comma, you're going to say email does match pattern. Does match. Just keep it short, does match. This one, I don't know why I do that. Does not match. Okay, let's see. This is the bubble sort. There's something wrong here. Something did not work. Okay, it's the 0. So you go like this, 0, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna escape the C, dot sign, you're gonna edit the Z. Oops, wrong. Then you're gonna say plus sign and slash, you're gonna escape the dot, AC. Then you're gonna close it up, close the quotes, double quotes, comma, in the name of this. Alright, that should work. Let's bring this back over there. It does match, see? You know, you saw how we did the filter, right? The filter var. I like that better because this way, you know, you gotta really think about it. But at least you know how to do it both ways, that way and this way. So we can also match, like, there's a thing called the preg. Let me show you. But I'm gonna be using this. Nah, why not? Because I don't want to. Okay, preg underscore match underscore all, and this is gonna match a whole bunch of stuff. It's a function that tells you how many matches were found, like for a pattern of a string, you know what I mean? It uses that regular expression, right, to do the case sensitive. You know, counts all the number of occurrences of a something that you want to give it. Let's give it a shot here. Let's do this little test here. So before we go on, let's do $str equals the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains. That's stupid, but it's okay. Then you say that. Then you create a pattern, right? Let's do the pattern, and we're gonna now. Look how simple this is. All you have to do is go like this. You can say slash, right? Then say I want to look for. Let me see. So happened that AIN. Look at this. You got 1, 2. So we'll use that AIN. Then we'll go like this slash, and then you go the do dot. I mean the I for it is sensitive. Then you go like this. Let's just echo the damn thing. So we're gonna say, oh man, preg match all. Would that be okay? What do we need this for? Don't really need that. Alright, so we got the echo match. Let's just do it simple, man. Let's say the pattern. This time it's just strange. You know, the filter var, the actual value goes on the right, the second argument. In these, the preg match and all that other pregs we place, they always have that the pattern on the right hand side, and of course your value on the left and the first argument. Anyway, that's why you just have to play around with stuff and say, oh wait a minute, when you get it wrong, just switch them. All right, what do you got here? So we'll see. There's this pattern, right? And there's this whatever such that is. So click on this and boom, number 4. See, It found 4 of them. With this, that means it's okay. So it says 1, 2, 3, 4. If I took this out, it says, oh, there's no. They're only going to take, it will give me 3. See? Because I only found the smaller ones. 1, 2, and 3. I mean, you could do a lot with this though, but hey, this is the way to go, man. This is the way to go. This is finds it all when you do it with the eye. So this, of course, output. This time it output 3, but when I put the eye in, it output the 4, meaning that I found 4. All right, so let's go on with the other one. It's called preg underscore replace. Preg underscore replace, like this. No, not with a D. Right? You'll find it replaces all the matches of a pattern in a string with another string. Use case sensitive, like what we've been doing with the regular expression with the I. So to replace something with something. How about that? So we'll do this. Let's get this out. I'm gonna say str. You're already using it. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna say visit. Let's say AR. Let's make it weird. This used to be a website. No longer. It got changed. Then you do a pattern. Let's go back to the pattern situation. And then you're going to say slash ARJ web designs and an I. In your eye. Okay, let's see. And then you're going to echo it. So we're going to say echo. We're going to say preg underscore replace. It's just another way of replacing stuff using patterns, right? $pattern, comma, and I want you to replace it. Let's leave it with this other website, WordPress, right? And then what is it that you're trying to? You got this pattern. You want to change this, but where's the thing? Where's the pattern? This is the pattern, but where's the? Oh, here we go. It's right here. So what do? Put it right here. str. Okay, let me make sure that I didn't spell this wrong. Doesn't matter. This. All right, let's see. Now, why didn't it work? I love you. Huh. That's strange. Oh, that's my chair again. Stupid chair. All right, let's see. Why did not I put this up? Oh, that's why. There you go. Replace. Now it should output. There you go. See? I said, how about if I do this? Go. right? So if I go like this, see, look, I echoed it. I went, oh, look, this is the first one, and I want to use a pattern. That's not it. Where is it? This pattern right here, which happens to be this right here. That meaning that we're going to be using this as a pattern. Of course, you're going to say, I want you to replace this within this. That's what that is. See how good it is? There's so many different things you could do with PHP, especially the database part, which is my favorite stuff. Well, we reached the end. If you enjoyed this video and you learned about the Foreach and the pre-match, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. This helps grow my channel, and on the next video I will talk about file systems, which is also one of my favorite ones. Okay, until next time, good night.